her dashes on her ultimate.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, we get the Yorick.
I mean, it's not great into Gnar, but I love Yorick top.
I mean,
so I'm a big fan.
I'm very excited about seeing Yorick as well. One of my main champions in solo queue as well. But into the Gnar, it's not an easy matchup just because how...
Hit that morning mist on.
KazaLoLL.
He's fine. No way he gets caught here.
He's not fine.
No way! Oh, he has to flash. Okay, maybe he does get caught here. There's the charm follow-up. Aegis Assault not going to block any damage. Skumon on the board for G2.
A very narrow window there where if he'd flashed, he would have just flashed into the wall. But he gets the spacing right. And now both top laners find themselves without a flash.
KazaLoLL looking for Caps in the mid lane. Caps still has his flash, but just burn his teleport with the wave pushing in. Should be able to catch it. LeBron was roaming up towards mid and is caught out by all of Fnatic. Upset. Gets Fnatic's first of game 2 on the center so far, so has hit that first breakpoint on center. Sacking every 20, you get more of those stats. Wallop coming out from Broken Blade into the Dark Procession. He's in the cage. The Maiden chasing him down as well, but with Skumon on his way, Oscarinin realizes he might be the one in a little bit of danger. LeBron coming around the corner as well. There's the Cyclone. Oscarinin will be taken out. Bailout won't save him. Grand Starfall coming in immediately into the hook. KazaLoLL dive forward. Looking for Skumon who flashes away himself. The Riptide from LeBron will get the slow into the concussive blows as well for a bit more CC. LeBron trying to get in range to maybe hook himself away. Flashes away. There's the hook. And he manages to get to safety. LeBron plays that exceptionally.
LeBron's mechanical play there was amazing. The fact that he auto-attacked the Pantheon to give Skumon the time to space him away from the Pantheon empowered Q and got out there with the nick of his life.
Upset going in. Oh, last embrace. Killed a minion there, so immediately propped onto Upset. He couldn't chase any further forward with that crash. Burst Lightning. Caps now going in onto Humanoid. Seismic Shove going to try and get him away. Humanoid does still have flash here. Will he use it? The answer is a definitive no. G2 claim the feat of warfare with their third kill of the game, but for it, they lose 3 grubs on top.
Timings, look.
Steel Caps for Oscarinin though. Caps caught out a little bit here. Skumon's going to dive forward onto Humanoid. Weaver's Wall coming out. Skumon able to survive for the moment with the Seismic Shove coming back. He has no escape. Fnatic find their third. Oscarinin was gnarred underneath the tower, and now Broken Blade can try and chase him in the mini form. Oscarinin has a few of those minions to help him out. Flashes forward, maybe thinking he could land the last rights to get that extra health, but was unable to do so.
A great spacing from Broken Blade, and with the Ninja Tabites, as I like to call them. Sorry, the Split Steel Gap they're called right now, but really good spacing keeps Oscarinin away, and he tries to get the last little healing with the Q flash, but doesn't end up mattering. And as we said, no Maiden means no all-in threat, and this is Broken Blade's avenue.
And although it's been a very bloody affair, Fnatic have actually got the rule of the roost in terms of the first neutral objectives. You can see gold basically even, but 3 grubs and the first Drake over to Fnatic.
I just love the fact that I feel like everyone is skill checking each other.
Oh, that hook! But Mickey's waiting around the corner. Caps coming in as well with the TP, but LeBron has backup. Humanoid dies. The bailout won't save him. The charm lands onto Mickey. LeBron takes the first kill, lands the hook for Caps to follow up to take number 2. There's the assist for Skumon, there's the kill for Caps.
Bended like Beckham.
That's more than enough damage, and of course the Senna ultimate to provide that additional bit of safety. The flash from Broken Blade.
Into the Gnar, into the ward. There's the follow-up with the Cyclone, but the Dark Procession locks them both in place. Broken Blade, Goomba stomps his way towards Oscarinin. Second Cyclone hits, and that's the Maiden lost again for Oscar.
And the Maiden is widowed, and his Yorick falls down now. They actually don't have the grubs, but still this is really nice for Broken Blade. He's gonna look to get some plates there with the Demolish Proc with the grasp, and when he gets there, Trinity Force, this Gnar's gonna become a menace.
Also, takeover lands with the Berserk. KazaLoLL going in for a little bit more CC. Caps has no flash, no Spirit Rush, but maybe the charm's enough for him. Aegis Assault from KazaLoLL will get the shutdown. Meanwhile, the Bob caught underneath the tower. Mickey and Humanoid healthy enough to keep chasing in. Upset with the Lightning Crash, looking for a bit more damage on Hansama. He has to flash away. The Bob looking for the CC on Mickey, but he can't find it. Humanoid takes the tower, and Upset manages to escape.
We've got 12 kills in 12 minutes.
Let's go!
The gold remains even, but Fnatic and G2 are going for each other's throats here in game 2. The tower looking to fall. There will be no response from G2, and that's going to be first tower blood secured by Fnatic.
G2 don't have control of that river right now. They're trying to get control of the mid wave. LeBron hooks forward. Shaken back with the handshake. There's the hostile takeover as well, but it doesn't really find anything. Flash hook! The spark surge not enough. There's a dead charge follow-up bailout on upset, but no one's low enough for him to really utilize it. Mickey has to flash away. Razork now in the midst of 3. Another good handshake onto Skewman. Another good hook from LeBron. These Qs aren't missing. Humanoid dies to Caps in a 1v1.
Impossible for Humanoid in the side lane as he finds another solo kill. You're seeing Oscar trying to put pressure down on the sideline, but he's also starting to struggle. Caps, though.
Caps is dead. Yeah, there's no real escape from that.
Not much that he can do about that one. Razork using his ultimate to find that
Oscar has to flash away. TP behind him as Broken Blade looks for the Gnar. We'll have the one-up follow-up, so we'll get the one for nil so far. Humanoid coming in. Broken Blade doesn't really have any tools to escape this. Humanoid looking for the chase.
I think he has the
fights.
damage.
Wallops forward. There's the seismic shot, and Broken Blade has his jump back up, crunches his way to safety.
It's the solo laners of G2 stepping up. We have Broken Blade with a solo kill, Caps with a solo
Mickey
kill.
has no flash. Like, there's no way Mickey survives this. It will be Hansama who secures the kill. Oh, it's Skewman actually that gets it. Now 5.
Pantheon is monstrous in the skirmishes, but admittedly, Skewmind is not that far behind him. Yes, he's a full level down, but with the Trinity Force completed, this Wukong is going to be
Broken Blade, Labrov, and Caps, Macro, and Micro, and what am I saying? Micro is just so strong right now. Oh.
I 100% agree with you, and G2 are just constantly putting their foot on the gas, but Broken Blade maybe went a bit too early. Dawning Shadow enough to shield him, but he's hit with a spear from Razork. Now the Aegis Assault coming out. Labrov gets another hook. They're going to target Humanoid first, but he has a stopwatch. The Seeker's enough. The hostile takeover still hits the Berserk. Now Labrov left out to dry as Oscar and Mickey close in. Upset looking to jump across the wall as soon as we praise G2. Fnatic find 2 in response.
Humanoid and Razork getting massive outplay in a 2 versus 3. Now aggressively pushing in that top side, and it seems Fnatic is quite willing to let this go.
I mean, Razork's keeping him at bay as well, right? So Broken Blade can't get across here. That tower's going to fall. Broken Blade was trying to farm up Mega from the walls, couldn't get there in time. So it's a tier 2 in the top lane for Fnatic. Riftel charging in the bot side. Upset is here to try and defend, but Caps and Skewmond might make him think otherwise. Tier 1 in the mid lane, so 2 towers to 2 towers exchanged across the map.
Yeah, but really good response by G2 there to actually realize, oh, we really messed up. We went a bit too early to Dragon. Let's put the Herald down bot and get those towers so at least we can trade the gold back somewhat. Broken Blade looking to drop that top lane wave and actually move down for this Drake. It really looks like G2 wants to fight this.
Oh, Caps with the charm onto Mickey. Would chunk him out, about half HP. The Celestial opposition, keeping him tanky enough for the moment. Fnatic started up the Drake, it's at 5,000. Hansama 7 forward, another charm. Hostile takeover though from Mickey Buffered. The smite goes down, it's Skewman who secures it. Razork going in, there's the Dawning Shadow as well. And look at the seals with the Cyclone coming out onto Razork and Oscar in. Another charm onto Oscar, he's gonna die. Broken Blade going back in. Another hook from LeBron lands and he manages to walk away with 50 HP. Upset dashing forward and Caps still has a spear of us to spare. Razork flashes in, Upset kept them on the edge, and now the Grand Starfall for the chase on the Skewmon, but Razork's gone way too deep, way too fast. The Aegis Assault doesn't last for ages as G... 23 minutes, the Drake secured for G2, puts them on 2. Humanoid now though does still have the flash, dash in from Skewmon, good seismic shove as Mickey's caught up towards the top side. Humanoid able to escape, Mickey does not have that same luxury. Caps on the chase, Weaver's Wall out from Humanoid. Fnatic decided to fight, they won't. The Artican will go to G2. Oscar is still pushing in that top side.
My goodness, so in turn right now, Hansama finds himself at 82 stacks at about 24 minutes, and he's only going to continue to scale as Labrov fishes for a hook.
Once again, there's the charm as well onto Razork. Labrov falling low, hostile takeover coming out. Labrov survives for a long time, but in the end, Upset takes him down. And the TP in from Broken Blade slams Fnatic against the wall. There's the charm to follow up.
G2 as they get themselves the ace. Another hook from Labrov. Yes, he's died 5 times, but he has made those deaths worth it.
And Baron on spawn for G2 out of it. A clean fight from G2 leads to them ballooning this gold lead. 4K ahead right now. Caps will have a Zhonya's as he recalls. The tower in the top side falls. No one there to hear it. But it definitely did go down.
Caps all around the world, but sometimes simplifying the draft makes it that much easier to execute. And they've had a lot more individual agency, and they've been making a ton of plays. Razork currently staring down the face of his first loss on this champion so far this split, as G2 with the Baron lays siege to the tier 3 towers.
Charm goes wide there from Caps. Broken Blade just shepherding a minion in the mid lane. Upset's going to try and deal with that. Has 2 items on this Zeri. Caps, though, goes in with a charm and down goes Upset. Had the opportunity to flash but didn't use it. Perhaps didn't see over that wall as Caps finds his mark and LeBron says anything you can do, I can do too. Flash hook on Humanoid. He'll fall as well. On Summer pushing in here. The Maiden will keep them at bay for the moment, but Oscar's now slowed with a piercing darkness, and G2 are adding another name to the list. Oscar falls. It's all on Razork and Mickey to try and defend. They have the hostile takeover. That Renata ultimate may be enough to buy them a few seconds, but they need 15 before Upset respawns.
So only the Nexus Tower's left standing. Razork, I don't think he can defend this.
He was charmed, he was walloped, he was gnarred into the wall. The handshake on Broken Blade will cause him to fall. Mickey finds one, gets that shut down, gets the gold. Mickey still holding on, looking for it. The burst lightning coming out from Upset won't be enough. G2 will even out the series 1-1.
And G2 fight